Tech P B, you talking to me? Tech. So that's my Pantera impression. You guys know I'm a huge Pantera fan. So here we go. So we're gonna do a video here on the RAP4 Ghillie suit, and we're also gonna do a video on the RAP4 T68. Now, you guys know me. I'm an aggressive front player. I don't like using Ghillie suits. I'm an in-your-face kind of player, but Ghillie suits do have their purpose in Woods Wall. Not so much in Paintball, definitely in Woods Wall. You know, you gotta kind of have a strategy with it, with a Ghillie suit. Obviously, you have a huge advantage using a Ghillie suit in the woods. Now, you know, how I basically, you know, when my team saw me using the Ghillie suit, basically what we did was most of the team went left, I went right, and I had a spot picked out that I wanted to get to that was kind of in the sunlight, but also a little bit in the shade. Obviously, when you use a Ghillie suit, you know, you have the advantage. If you hide in the shadows, it makes it a lot harder for people to see you. So I picked a spot that was kind of in the sunlight to make it easier for me to see other players, but I was in the shade. Now, what it is here is I'm kind of at the tip of a V in terms of the trails. I have a trail to my left that I can look down, and I have a trail that kind of goes out at a 45-degree angle to my right. Now, there's only one player behind me, and you're going to see something kind of funny towards the end of the video because he ends up shooting me in the back, my own player that's been back there this whole entire time. Now, I got the barrel cam on the right. This is the low-resolution barrel cam. We do have a high-resolution barrel cam that I'm working on right now. Willie right now is trying to figure out where the hell I'm at. As you guys know, Willie exactly does not have 20/20 vision, so he's trying to figure out where I'm at in the woods right now with the camera. But anyway, I'm getting set up. It's about a 20-on-20 game, and I'm over on the right with a cover player, kind of in, I guess, a little bit more of an aggressive position for a Ghillie suit. Most people probably with a Ghillie suit would prefer to stay back by the base, but I kind of wanted to get up a little bit closer into the mix. And I think that's a better way of doing the Ghillie suit. Instead of completely waiting for them to get all the way over, you have at least 30 seconds to get to a good spot at the beginning of the game. Take advantage of it, you know. Get up the field a little bit. It's only going to increase your kills, and the best part about getting up a little bit further onto the field is that there's a bigger chance of somebody actually walking past you, which allows you to shoot him in the back. So, Willie has finally found me on the camera. Now, I can hear the firefights, and obviously I'm chomping at the bit to go get him, but, you know, me being in a Ghillie suit, that, you know, isn't really going to happen. So, now there's some rules with Ghillie suits that most of the fields do enforce, and that is if you get a bounce on you, you are out. Obviously, with a Ghillie suit, you can get shot 20 or 30 times sometimes, and the ball still will not break. You're layered and layered in this juke thread that it's just so soft and so plush that the paintballs are not going to bounce on you. So obviously, if you wear a Ghillie suit and somebody bounces you and you feel that bounce, you need to just go ahead and get out, because there's no way that they're going to be able to shoot you out. The T68 is not a bad gun. I think it's for people that are going for the true MilSim. It's a pretty good gun. The only thing is you can't pull that trigger really fast. It's a magazine fed. The spring is not a super tough spring, so it is easy to chop with that gun if you pull the trigger too fast. The goggles that I'm using, the 2009 Proto Pro Axis, the camouflage ones, I really like these because I have a fan on top. They're really well built, and also for the guys that like the MilSim, take a look at the Pro Axis because the cheek is a soft ear, kind of that neoprene material, so it's easier when you shoulder your gun and you look down the sight. That cheek is nice and soft. I am wearing slider shorts under the Ghillie suit. I'm wearing arm pads, dye core arm pads, JT gloves, and I'm wearing a long sleeve Under Armour shirt with dye core knee pads. The Ghillie suit actually is very thin. It's a very thin mesh material, and so you do want to have some sort of padding and some sort of protection when you're laying down. So now what I'm doing is I'm basically just looking down the trail. It's just me and one other person behind me, and as you can see, I'm kind of, I think at this point of the video, I'm actually laying down and just kind of taking my time. So, you know, obviously when you're trying to be a sniper, it's not a very exciting game. You know, you're not going to be pushing up the field. You're basically a human landmine, okay? Somebody comes over and steps on you, and you blow them up. I mean, you know, it's a very passive, very patient, kind of a boring way to play paintball, but it's got its use, you know. In some of the scenario games, if you're guarding a base, this is a good thing to do. I definitely recommend if you're going to have a ghillie suit or something like that. I mean, you know, one shot, one bounce is definitely something that can take place in paintball. So, you know, you definitely want to arm yourself up a little bit better than either some sort of pump gun or something like that. You want something that you're going to at least get 100 quick shots off, because there is a good chance that you may have a whole group of people popping up to you, and you're not going to shoot one ball in every single one of them. And in best case scenario, even if you do break, they're going to spin around and blast you. So basically what I'm doing right now is, you know, I'm trying to stay as still as I possibly can, while looking down and, you know, looking down my trails, kind of head checking, just kind of looking around, but trying to stay as still as possible. Now, you can do, with the ghillie suit, you have a couple different options. Obviously, if you completely cloak your face in the mesh material and the juke thread of the ghillie suit, it's going to block out your visibility. So you're basically almost putting on some sort of a quasi blindfold. Now, I can hear shots going over my head. You know, biggest thing about this kind of a role that I'm playing here is I need to stay as extremely patient as I possibly can. My team on the left side is counting on me to be as patient as possible here. So I'm going to wait until I get an absolute clear shot on somebody and then open up on them. Okay, so just basically I'm hearing the firefights all around me and just kind of taking it easy. Now I know I'm in a pretty good place here, so I'm not really in any sort of rush or anything. I'm basically just going to wait until somebody comes and stands right on top of me. I mean, that's really, you know, that's what I'm, you know, the T68 only carries, I believe it's 18 rounds in the magazine. So I don't have a lot of firepower. Now I will share something really cool that I did with the ghillie suit and the T68. Is I actually went and bought one of those shotgun shell holders that you can use when you're hunting, and I stored my extra magazines in that. Obviously, you can't wear a vest with a ghillie suit. You can't wear a vest with a ghillie suit. You can't wear a fanny pack in most cases. So this is just basically kind of one of those little travel bags or fag bags or whatever you want to call them, that basically hold shotgun shells, and I have my magazines in that. So I hear firefights going on around me. I said, it's not a very exciting game to be a sniper. This is why 90% of the time I do not play as a sniper. Basically just sitting still and... So what we'll do here, I mean, I'm going to show you guys something really cool. If you look through the barrel cam, and I mean really look through the barrel cam, right after this person shoots, you're going to see something really cool. Okay, here it comes. Jesus Christ! Monkey alert! Okay. Glad I got that out of my system. Whew. Like, once a video, I always wanted to do that. So here we are, so we're back sitting in the same damn spot. This is the life of a sniper. So now I know it's obviously the game has been winding down. I've been sitting here for what feels like 20 minutes. It's actually only been about 10. But it's only a 20-minute game, so I know that the other team has got to start coming up on me. I'm about the 30-yard line. The piece of wood that you see over my right shoulder there is about the 50-yard line. So, you know, you guys always want to know, well, how come Mike doesn't do more sniper tactic videos and stuff like that? Well, this is why. It's not very exciting to do sniper videos. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another one, but at least we'll get one out of our system. So right now I'm basically just kind of taking a look around, seeing what's going on, just kind of carefully looking around, and obviously staying in my little shadow area. As you can see, there's sunlight 3 feet behind me, 3 feet in front of me. And if you look right now at the piece of wood, you're going to see somebody that just inserted at the 50-yard at the piece of wood. I'm actually kind of jealous of him because that's what I wish I would be doing. I would have already been there 10 minutes ago had I not been playing the role of a sniper. So I'm just sitting there. I kind of know where he's at. I'm looking through the brush because I heard the footsteps coming up. Now what's kind of cool here is I think here in a couple minutes Willie's going to start getting shot at, which is always awesome. Now Willie is back. He's actually got the camera zoomed in a little bit. So obviously you can hear those shots hitting really close to where I was at. You know, you got to be patient if you're going to try this type of paintball play, and you know you can't let those those type of shots brush you out. People are going to try to flush you out. They're going to shoot, kind of shoot the brush just to see if anything moves, but you can't be fooled by that. So you can hear the firefights going on around me. Pretty much, you know, I'm pretty much blind other than the couple sections that I'm keeping an eye on here. I mean, as you can see on the barrel cam, I'm just looking down a trail. So you can hear the firefights that are going on. Obviously, it's getting pretty intense in the middle. But I'm just staying put and doing my job. My team is counting on me to stay here, to make sure nobody gets past me, and that's pretty much what I'm doing. Now I'm pretty happy with the spot that I picked here. I'm not happy with my posture in this position. Obviously, I'm on my knees here, and if you're sitting for 15 minutes on your knees, yeah, it's not going to feel very comfortable when you try to get up. Obviously, my legs are starting to fill up with acid here, so you know if you're going to play this type of style, this defensive style, I would definitely recommend either sit down or lay down. Probably sit down would probably be the best way. Either sitting down Indian style. That would probably be the best way. That way you've got your head up at least high enough to where you can look around in the bushes, as opposed to laying down where you're not going to be able to see anything. Now I didn't go so far off to the right that that I'm basically on the tape. There's about 30 yards to the right of me, and there's probably about 200 yards to the left. So I kind of picked an alleyway, I guess you would say, for me to stay put here. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't on the extreme right, that I had shots on both the left and the right. But, you know, a lot of people, this is their type of playing style. They will just sit here for hours and pray that somebody comes over and stands on top of them. You know, this is definitely not my playing style, but you know, I'll entertain it for the purposes of the video and try to have a good time doing it. But believe me, I can tell you, I was definitely chomping at the bit, wanting to go over there and join in those firefights. So I think I hear something here, so I'm just trying to look around, see if I'm trying to look through the trees. Now you can go a couple different routes with your camouflage here. I mean, you can have it completely drape over your eyes, which you're not going to be able to see much of anything. But then again, they can't see you. Or you can pull it back a little bit, and that way your visibility is a little bit improved, which is what I did here. I kind of pushed the juke thread and the ghillie suit material a little bit further back so I could see a little bit better. Now there was a player that kind of moved up on the right, and then he dropped back. Now, I didn't quite have the shot on him that I wanted. He was kind of out in the open, but I had a feeling he was going to get a little bit closer. So you can see him now. He dropped back behind the wood, and you can see his head starting to pop over the top of the wood. He was saw the camera or saw Willie back there, so he was shooting at Willie. I always like anytime anybody shoots at Willie. Makes my day.
I almost got lit up. That's why I wanted to walk away from the camera today. The guy was getting close, and I don't want it to.
Willie, quiet. You're going to give away my position. Willie, quiet. So cool. So you see the guy drop down into the woods. Now I can hear him. He's getting really close. So I'm just going to try to carefully move out and try to figure out where he's at. I don't know exactly where he's at, but I heard him walking up. Now, I know a lot of people are fans of the one shot, one bounce. Not me. This is paintball, and, you know, when I've got limited ammo, I'm going to continue to shoot at somebody to make sure that they are out. And as you heard there, I just continued to shoot at the player until I heard that he was out. Now what I'm doing here is I'm reaching into my pack to go ahead and reload. Then you're going to hear the magazine drop out and the new magazine click into place. So I'm just reaching into my little fanny pack to get out a new magazine. You only have about 18 shots on the RAP4 magazine, so now I know the game is winding down here, so I'm getting kind of antsy to go and do something, but there's only 5 minutes left, but I'm going to go ahead and embrace this and just stay put. Now you hear me reaching for the magazine. There you go. New one's in. Ready to go. Now I don't know why this happened, but my own player, the player that was behind me the entire time, decides he wants to shoot me in the back. Now I guess he must have mistaken me for the other player that was out there, but here we go. This is friendly fire right here. Obviously with a ghillie suit, if they bounce you, you're out, but you know, this is paintball, it sometimes happens, but my own player somehow mistook me for the other player that I shot out and shot me about 15 times in the back. So, oh well, life sucks. Shit happens. So they're using the ghillie suit, and it's actually a lot cooler than I thought it was. You know, the RAP4, it's got the, it's kind of like a nylon, like a real thin nylon. With it over. The only thing I'm seeing is obviously you're going to be sitting there for a long time, so you need to get in a comfortable position, prone or sitting down or something like that. I was on my knees and was definitely not very comfortable, but this is my first time ever using a ghillie suit. Got one person out. I was doing pretty good holding down just the right side, and unfortunately got shot by my own team, which happens when you play paintball. So that's about it, so we'll come back out here and give this another shot.